arcade once again. We weren't here on Wednesday, guys. Very sorry for that. I had some things come up, so... Hey, we got audio. That is good. Crizo is going to share the link, as I am also going to share the link, as always. We're going to be doing this probably for a good, 3 or 4 minutes, just to kind of tag it up and share it. So do please stay on. We are doing stuff. January 24th, or June 24th, dude. I'm getting pumped.
Yeah.
That's, we're going to be going to that pop convention again out in New Jersey, which I think let's be honest, it's the diner.
Yeah.
it's the diner.
We're just looking for excuses to,
That's
you know.
all it is,
yeah.
man. That's all it is. That baklava cheesecake.
Oh, yeah.
I think about it all the time, dude. I gotta get the chocolate one next time.
I bought what was it? I got some kind of cheesecake. I think it was like an Oreo cheesecake there. That last time we were there, and I brought it to D&D with me. And I thought my character was gonna get killed in the game because everybody was so mad that I had cheesecake with me. They were like, "No, we're gonna kill your character as punishment. Take all of his gear and then make you roll another character." Yeah, it was
so good. It was so good.
Yeah.
Now I want it. You want to drive to New Jersey, dude?
Yes. I gotta work tomorrow, so unfortunately I can't.
We could be back pretty soon.
Is it a 24-hour diner?
Yeah, it's a 24-hour
nice.
diner. Pompton Queen, baby. Sweet. Yeah, no, absolutely. I love that place.
Yeah, it was good. I got that mac and cheese burger the last time we were there. It was insanely good. I
got chicken and waffles, and it was just nuts.
Yeah.
It was exactly what you wanted it to be. But no, baklava cheesecake, man. I have a picture on my phone. Every now and then I'm looking for that one meme or something that I want to send to somebody. And I flip through and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. You stop and then that song, I Don't Want to Live, it starts playing and then it's just you see... And then you see a heart shape come around the picture and Bobby D's brown eyes. Fantastic. You see a tear just start.
Oh shit.
Fantastic.
That's so good. So, yeah, do sound off in the chat if you're here.
Yeah.
I don't really know if we have much from the way of a giveaway this week. He's been busy. I haven't had a chance to really get anything. I got to ship everything out from last week.
I got some socks. Do you guys want
socks?
Yeah, do you guys want Punisher or
if that's the case,
Aqua? Yeah,
I'll put my name in there because those Punisher ones are dope.
If you guys are in the chat and you want us to give away the socks, let us know and I will give away a pair of these socks. I bought them today at GameStop with some kind of that weird bag promotion that they.
I love when they do that.
It's 25% off items that you get that you can put in the bag, and then these socks were actually already 30% off, and then it was an additional 25% off on top of that. So I think they were like $2 or $3 or something.
Awesome.
Yeah. I just like the color scheme of the Punisher ones. I mean, the logo is cool as hell, but the black on gray and everything like that looks fantastic. So if you guys want us to give away the socks, all you got to do it's your show. Put it in the chat. Let us know.
Put it in the chat. We'll do a sock giveaway.
Yeah.
And as always, I think if we give we're looking for 10 viewers. It's always kind of a good benchmark. 10 live viewers. And we'll do some giveaways. I'm actually sharing it right now, and that usually is when people know what's up. You gotta subscribe with those notifications.
Yeah, you lazy bastards.
Fuck.
Get your own notifications. Why we gotta do it for you?
And that was called attitude. All right, guys, and I will hit post on that one. So, is there anything else that's been in that sale?
Just all the clearance stuff. All the clearance collectibles are pretty much 30% off at GameStop right now.
So what's the deal with? All right, those lightsabers are on clearance. You got the bag sale going.
Yeah.
How does it work? Does it all have to fit in the
no,
bag?
I think,
Do you know,
honestly...
can it be hanging out? Because if that's the case, Let's go
Yeah,
get
I
some
mean,
lightsabers.
I think at this point, as long as the bag is touching the item, you get the discount. Yeah,
oh, dude.
I've seen some pretty liberal uses of the bag
that is awesome
at my local GameStop in Southington. So yeah,
that is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been going nuts on the Glyos the T51 armor.
Mm-hmm.
It is my favorite of the armors, but
I actually bought 2 of those today with that part of that.
And I bought 2
promotion.
and had 2, and then I've got other ones. Like, God, I love this line so much.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about it is that you can take the parts off and put other parts on there.
All right. But see, now I'll make an argument for that. That is within the spirit of the piece. Not only in Glyos, in the interchangeability of pieces, but in Fallout, in kind of like taking pieces and swapping these things together. Like, so it's the T51, but you can put different arms on. You can do different things to it. So the interpretation's a little loose on this one. So
I understand. I was just making, being difficult.
Jerk face.
Exactly. I'm the worst.
You are the worst.
It's true.
I hate your face.
A lot of pop news in the past few days too.
Fucking crazy, dude.
They announced a Sandlot line.
I'm so pumped. You know who's actually going to be excited for that? Manatee.
Really?
Yeah, my mother.
She loves the Sandlot.
She just loves the line "You're killing me, Smalls." Did not know it was from the Sandlot.
Really?
She's been saying it for like 15 years.
Wow. Have you not seen the Sandlot movie?
I have.
Okay, so eventually
she has not.
Ah.
So she's saying it, and I'm like, Ma, do you like that movie, or like why do you say that? And she's like, oh, that's a movie.
She just thought you were so cool that she she was like, I'm gonna say this hip line and gotcha. So yeah, in the Sandlot line, the Beast pop. I'm not sure if it's a 6-inch. I have to do some more research, but I know it is a GameStop exclusive. They are also doing a Wendy Pfeffercorn and Squints Pomodora, I think it is, a 2-pack. I'm not sure where that's going to be either, because I checked GameStop today and I couldn't find it for pre-order, because I would have thrown my $5 down immediately if they had.
Hey, Rebecca Lord is on. She says I'm up for once to watch live.
Wow.
That is a rarity.
That's dedication. Yeah, she's
I
normally
still owe
asleep
her
right
a gift pack, I believe. I had to get around to sending it all this week. That's basically, I'm going to send out like 15 packages.
Just give it to me and then I will,
No. Like her stuff, I think, I gave her the shirt, but she wants one of these. This shirt's awesome.
Yeah.
Like I had given her the pink shirt, and it was just, again, it was because I had the shirt, and that was the one that I had cut,
she
so
wears
I put it together.
I don't know. She doesn't have an aversion to pink. I think she deserves.
Rebecca.
I think she deserves one of these shirts for staying up past her bedtime.
I think so.
Yeah, she earned it.
So we got 4 watching, guys. Sound off in the chat. Tell us who you are.
Yeah.
Like I said, we get 10 going. We are going to do a giveaway. So.
Also, in Funko Pop news, Dragon Ball Super, they're doing a 2-pack for Gotenks and Trunks doing the Fusion Dance. That's up for pre-order, I think, on April 6th at the Funimation website. So make sure if you are a Funko Pop fan or a fan of Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, make sure you're around to pre-order that, because that's going to be an important piece. That Gotenks pop that they did of him in the fusion, you can't even. It's really hard to find, and that one was a I forget what exclusive party had that one, but I think that's up for about $25 on for sale on the internet. Wow. Yeah, I actually missed my chance.
I still haven't gotten my sexy gold blue.
Yeah,
I'm pretty pissed about that.
Did they delay that?
I heard that it was delayed. I've seen some leak out. I've seen, dude, it's all over the place. They're teasing you with the sexy gold, man.
Because I was at GameStop today and I was looking for those Sandlot pops to see if that 2-pack was available, and I saw that the date had changed for the Jurassic Park one. So Yeah, it looks like they pushed it back. So hopefully we can get our hands on a sexy gold bloom. That'd be awesome.
I want one so bad, man.
Yeah.
And like this is one that Mommy T is like, look, spend the money, find it. Like this is
to punch a kid in the face.
Shoot
Do whatever you
up.
do whatever you need to do.
Elbow drop to the face.
It's just like that scene in Big Daddy where you just like take a walk, just tossing stuff
Beat
he's
it,
got. Yeah. Take a walk, kid.
So, dude, we have like a lot of stuff to do tonight.
Yeah.
Like we have unboxings. We're gonna do live unboxings of like we have loot anime.
I've got loot anime, loot crate.
The loot crate is like there. Oh fuck! Please stay with us.
Oh man,
there's some cool shit in this one though. Like
Loot Crate was trying hard to keep my.
Hell yes.
I canceled my Loot Crate subscription because I was more of a fan of Loot Crate anime.
Yeah.
For me, in my opinion, not only being an anime fan, but the quality of the crates I feel are consistently good to very good in the Loot Crate anime boxes, where it seems like the DX. What?
Oh shit! No, we have Erwin Papa right now watching live. Erwin is one of the head sculptors, one of the main sculptors. He gave us the vector jump armor, the still suit, all of the stuff for Knights of the Slice.
Wow.
So this is the man right
here.
Yeah, I love Erwin. He's awesome.
Yeah.
We got to hang out one day at Jesse's. He lives out in LA, and I found out that he does a lot of sculpting in a donut shop, just like chills with epoxy resin.
Yeah.
And just sculpts and like all this amazing on the still suit. There was like this mutant arm that we had done, and it was this massive piece, and it was just like all really cool monster gore kind of.
Nice.
And I got to see him actually working, and like the way he puts it on, it's so different a sculpting method than I've ever seen. And then in one of the things, he'll use random cool looking pieces, and if you look close, there is a battle droid head from
nice.
Knights of the from episode 1 in a backpack piece, because the top head is like perfectly curved and the line is really good, so it looks really cool. A lighter spindle, like from like a Bic lighter.
Yeah.
The actual metal piece is like in the mold, so it was funny. I would go to mold these pieces, and like I go to pull the original out, and I'm like, shit, it fell apart. And then I realized, like, oh, it's these like crazy pieces. And then I would mold out, the piece would come out, and it's just this cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
There was a guy years ago when I was a teenager. I used to hang out at a comic shop in West Hartford called Dragon's Lair. And there was a regular customer who they had a table set up for him in the corner, and he would do moldings there too, and he had like his little like toaster oven thing there or whatever, and
oh yeah, making that's waxing, doing wax molds.
It was really
cool.
So
we'll go to the chat real quick. Yes, Nanity did put in "You're killing me, Small."
Yeah, there you go.
We have Foxy Play saying hi. She's a fan of the Venom pool they have right here right there. Awesome.
Do we
Jacob
have the other one?
Jacob Luna, I actually need you to contact me. I don't remember if you did, man. Please do again at it's bobbyt.5alivevp@gmail.com. I'll put that in the chat too. If you can email me, I need your info so I can send you this shirt and all of the stuff that you won last week. Guys, you missed it last week. It was the giveaway.
Yeah.
We gave away Mickey. Actually, we still have the stuff down here, but we gave away a pop. We gave away Mickey ears. We gave away Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
We gave away all Disney exclusives. We did the.
There were some mystery
gave away
minis.
The Golden Collector. Yeah, there was some mystery minis in there. There was a Vinylmation figure. It was awesome. Like, we gave away tons of stuff, and Khalil totally missed it. Of all the people,
he won 2 weeks ago. He won Xbox currency.
But you know what, though? This is unlimited. Just you win.
Well,
look, this is the reward for watching live.
I mean, it's not like we're not going to do any giveaways. I think we're still planning on giving away a way out at one point, right? So people can game with us if they want to play. Because the way out is that prison escape game, but you only need one copy. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so
really cool.
I think we'll eventually give that away, and then if the winner wants to play, it's gonna be on the Xbox. So we all play on the Xbox. But if you want
Xbox One players.
If you want to escape prison with us, you can. We'll give you our gamer tags, or we'll play.
Yeah, email. Just email me at again bobbyt.5alive 5AliveVP@gmail.com. It's a lot of words, man. And then for Krizza, it is Krizza.5AliveVP@gmail.com. So pretty simple. Foxy Play saying, "Hey dude, what if I find a Black Panther chase at Hot Topic? Is that the one with the pink? For the Hot Topic chase for that?
I don't know.
I don't remember which one that is.
That
is it the kill? Is it the Massless Killmonger?
Yeah, it could be. I haven't paid attention to the Black Panther pops too much. I'm more of a DBZ guy, and then it's kind of rando ones that I like after that.
We got 8 people watching. Let's get started. I got it tagged up. We're just kind of rambling about toys. We're gonna kind of get to what's here on the table. What I got sitting back here. Oh man, I might have to open them tonight. We'll see how it feels. You guys might see the ultimate unboxing for me. And we'll see how deep I go into the unboxing. But whoo, I got something good back here.
We'll do the count. We'll do the count because I want to tell this Loot Crate story because it's
the Loot Crate's
it's
so
amazing.
good.
We got a little sidetrack, so
we did. Okay,
right.
so okay.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2. Absolutely nothing to say to open up this show. We are 5 Live. I'm Bobby T.
I'm Krizza.
And thank you guys very much for hanging out here in the arcade. It is the 36th episode. As a Wu-Tang fan, that just gets me excited.
Yeah.
It's the 36 chambers of the arcade.
Protect your neck, son.
Dude, I love Wu-Tang. I wish we could play Wu-Tang music just underneath the show constantly without getting sued by the Ghostface Killer.
Yeah.
Like, that would be... And there is no way we could afford to even play 5 seconds of any of these songs. So, sorry, guys. You know what? Play some Wu-Tang on low volume. Any song. Yeah. Any song. I think we're pretty much good.
Yeah.
I love the Wu-Tangs. So just play it low, and you can pretend that we're doing it. Until you just want to listen to some grindcore.
Yeah. You always want to listen to some grindcore. You do always want to listen to some grindcore.
So, here we go. Eric Killmonger is at Target. If I find it, I'll film it. Oh, okay, cool, man. Yeah. Awesome. All right, Brian Rainey, guys, finally catching it live. Wow, so we actually have a lot of people viewing here live tonight, so that's pretty awesome. The Thor movie that come out with pops. I actually picked up a Korg pop.
That's Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, Thor Ragnarok. It was at Target for $2.50. And we're trying to build a pop wall here. Yeah. So it is just like, you gotta kind of buy what you buy. And it's funny because there's some really cool stuff on the pop wall, and there is some garbage on that pop wall. There's some stuff we just bought to fill in a hole.
This one is an important part of the pop wall right here.
Good.
Yeah, a Chase Finn Balor right here.
Good. I love it.
Dude, I love the color scheme of it.
We gotta put that in it. We gotta put that in a box.
Yeah.
Like in a
protective one. Yeah, definitely.
I'm trying to. I think I might have one over in the other room, so I'll have to look. But we also last week, pop wise, I picked up one that I had been waiting for when I was down in Disney World. We picked up. I picked up the collector. It's the gold collector from Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, and we had actually given them away. And the winner of that was Marvel Pops. That was Jacob Luna, and we actually had Jacob and Sophia Luna watching together and like cornering the market on the giveaways. So
I don't know what happened with the Thor pops. The Ragnarok pops didn't seem too popular.
That's actually what Foxy Play saying is the fire one is at GameStop.
Yeah, Surtur's at GameStop. Yep.
And found the Benny Ball chase at Legends at the mall. I don't know what that is. I don't know what Legends is.
That might be a store that's specific
regional,
to your
We
mall.
Actually, one that I like is Go Calendar Store or something like that.
Yeah,
they have pops.
They have pops there too. Yep.
And Books and Millions got pops too. And you actually find some pretty cool exclusives. I do want to check out those BAM boxes now that we'll kind of segue into the Loot Crate. Loot Crate has gotten weak, like very weak. They hit you with something awesome, and then it all peters off. For me, it was amazing with the Android month. Holy shit, man! That was. I got the Loot apparel, which was the Nostromo shirt. I got the Loot DX, which was the 3/4 sleeve raglan with the Vitruvian Man of Bishop, which was awesome. We got the regular crate, the pins, every piece of it. It had a Star Trek comic with a Data and Lore story in it. Just amazing. And then we get to the next month. We get to Unite 2.0. It was like, oh my god.
There were a lot of months that were pretty bad. I told you, they're that abusive, significant other where it's like, look, here's something awesome, and then after that, it's just smacking you down, and then when you're finally about to leave, when you get that courage up, they're like, no, I'll never do it again. Look at this month's crate, and it's awesome.
It's
you're
awesome.
Like, okay, I love you, Loot Crate.
Well, that's what I'm afraid is about to happen, because I know that this month was Legend of Zelda, and the month that we have here is actually a really good month that I'm interested in, especially now because I'm like, I was on the fence with the Switch. Martin got a Switch. Jesse got a Switch. Everyone's getting a damn Switch, and everyone's going, you gotta play fucking
Zelda,
dude.
And
it's like, I want to play it, because even Jesse was saying, he said if the original Elder Scrolls is this big, and Skyrim is this big, then Zelda is, he said the entire size of the table we were sitting at.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, okay. And then Mommy T's ears perk up. She's like, you said Skyrim? How do I get Russian hacks into this?
Yeah.
Exactly. Can I make the dragon into the Macho Man?
Yeah. So, Loot Crate for me was, this is how my story goes. Loot Crate for me was almost like that episode of Friends when Chandler and Ross are trying to quit the gym, and then they parade the hot girl and they're like, I want to quit, and then they don't end up quitting because the hot girl shows up, and then they're like, no, we want to quit the bank. And then the bank parades the hot girl out, and then they end up getting like a joint checking encounter. That's how Loot Crate almost was for me this past month. So
we got Ninja just signed in, and actually Foxy's saying, what if I found a chase of the Penguins of Madagascar? Which one is that? Do you know? Is it a flocked version?
I have no idea. Yeah, we'll have to. I've never seen. I haven't
never seen it. Yeah, you are much more versed in the way of pops than we.
Yeah, my pop collection revolves around Dragon Ball Z.
Yep.
And then I have a few Star Wars ones. I have these ones here, and they're at this point it's just ones I like.
Yeah.
I'm just buying randos that I'm like, this looks cool.
I have things on the list that I liked, and I got pretty much all the ones I really liked.
Yeah.
And a few fillers just to kind of bulk up the wall here, but
yeah.
I was very happy at that pop. So anyway,
this month with Loot Crate, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna cancel Loot Crate because I always skip it, and it's just a hassle for me to just keep having to remind myself to skip the month. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna cancel it. I don't ever do it. I usually just stick with anime, and I'm gonna stick with anime. So I'm like, hey, I want to cancel my subscription. And they're like, yeah, no problem, man. But what if we give you 10% off your next crate? I'm like, nah, man. Like, that's a hot girl, yeah, but it's not the hottest girl. No. So I'm like, all right, man. Nah, I'm good. I want to cancel. And they're like, all right, bro, we got you. But what if we give you 20% off your crate? I'm like, no, I just want to cancel my subscription. So finally,
it's like a company that's in massive debt.
Yeah. So finally, I cancel it, right? And they're like, "All right, we got you, bro. I understand." And then this shows up at my door, and I'm like, "All right. Well, I'm pretty sure I skipped this month, and then I made sure I canceled next month, but they're giving me the crate anyway."
It's
beautiful. So I've got this crate, and I was like, "Well." I guess we can open it up on the show.
I just ignored him.
Yeah.
They're so desperate.
Yeah, they tried hard.
That's really hard, dude. That's hard.
Yeah.
So, we got 9 watch and 1 more, guys. 1 more, and we will give
we'll give the socks away.
Yes, it did. Jacob Luna asking, did the Green Lantern figure take Martin's place in the seat? Yeah, here we go, guys. Here, Hal Jordan.
Oh, man.
Perfect. Oh, hey, what's going on? Captain Craybeard, winner of the 5Alive Toy Picks, #5Alive Toy Picks.
Yeah.
Toy Pick contest, signing in. Awesome. So actually, before we talk about the pops on the table, because these are things we had talked about in old videos, and now they're finally like starting to kind of
we never really got a chance to kind of give them the you know, the attention that they deserve, because the Treebeard one and the Hulkbuster, excuse me, the Hulkbuster ones are insane. They're huge
and they're heavy.
They're heavy, and they've got a nice really design and build to them. So I just figured, you know, we kind of parade them out.
Yeah,
again.
I really like that Hulkbuster.
Yeah,
but so I wish there was a way. I think I could do it in the chat. I don't know. But we say in the chat. Would you guys want to see more videos with more customizing and maybe tips on how to do painting, molding, and casting? Just kind of working with different materials. Is that something that interests you guys? This is a toy channel. We do wrestling, but we've kind of been moving away from that a little bit as it's just becoming too much.
Yeah.
Like, it becomes so much life. Like, I was watching nothing but wrestling. I realized that last week I had watched 14 hours of wrestling.
Jeez.
Like, between NJPW, WWE, and it's like 4 forms.
Is that including, like, OSW reviews and stuff, too?
No, I love OSW, dude. I can listen to that over and over and over again, man.
Crazy.
So, yeah, do we have an Alien Queen pop in here? I think we do.
I don't.
I could have sworn. I know we have a regular alien.
We might have a regular alien.
I'd have to get the Alien Queen.
I'm not a fan of the Alien Queen pop. The mold is not very good. No,
however, I kind of am hoping that I can find in a weird discount bin at a GameStop. The Alien Queen by NECA is awesome. It's like the width of the table.
Yeah,
it's so cool, man. It'd be nice crammed up in here.
Definitely.
So yeah, though, just like I'm saying, guys, maybe thinking about doing more videos with customizing and tips on, because what I actually do is I am a painter. So,
yeah,
you know, I feel like I've actually Ninja here in the chat I've been giving him tips, and I could see his like customs have really gotten better. Really, it's funny.
Pat yourself on
hey, look, he did a really great side by side of where he was about a year ago and where he is now, night and day.
Yeah,
dude.
that's good.
Like, and he loves warriors, so like getting those like nice fine lines on the face and really kind of taking your time. And he just kind of learned some cool techniques.
Making sure you got the roid veins bursting out. Yeah.
And then like the little tiny white ring on the inside of the nose, because he didn't. He just went like this. He had like wipe out everything. So no aliens. Sorry, Rebecca.
Yeah, she's not. I
forgot all about that. I forgot about her Link of Xenomorph.
She was planning on sleeping well tonight, but not anymore after.
Not anymore. So, but yeah, I think we want to do some more toy stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that is really what we are. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Like I said, guys, if there's... What in toys do you love? That is really what our channel is about. It's the love of toys and the toy life as it is.
Really, just the love of anything that's kind of collectible. I mean, we've got a mishmash of all kind of collectibles that we're super into. So, whether it's pops or... customs, you know, you got G.I. Joe figures here, we got Power Ranger, you know, we got Sentai stuff.
So this is interesting. Craybeard says, hell yes, please do customizing tips. I dabble but have very limited space. I had originally, just to give a piece of my past history, I lived in an apartment in Brooklyn, New York. At the time I worked for Art Asylum, and I was doing freelance molding and casting, also doing some painting and any kind of prototyping work that anybody would let me do. So, at the time, living in Brooklyn, I had a good-sized apartment, but my studio area was fairly small.
Yeah.
I was able to set up an industrial rack and was able to get my pressure pot, a compressor, a paint station. Like, everything was on this one rack, and I was able to do everything. So actually doing these things in a tight space is kind of my specialty, actually. So maybe I'll have to do like an organizational, an organization. Yeah, like maybe show my old Art Asylum setup where I was really like working during the day and then going home and then all night like molding and casting mini mates.
You could charge people. There are people that come into other people's houses that organize their closets. You could go into an aspiring, you know, customizer's house charge them X amount of money and be like, this is how you should set yours up in a limited amount of space.
Yeah,
Seriously, like there's people out there that
thing,
would,
man.
that would pay that.
Oh, geez, that is a lot of words. Ninja saying, I have the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Vegeta Funko Pop.
Nice.
Is that a thing? That's
Yeah,
like,
that is...
he didn't just like have a stroke in the middle of the sentence and he just like, he just blacked out and then like typed the same thing again.
He was like, he had his head down on the desk and then he woke up and then, you know, went back down again. No, Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan is the technical term for the power up when he gets the blue hair
but God Super Saiyan is something else. So you're like a Super Saiyan.
It's Super no, because in I think it's Super Saiyan God. And then what does he call it there?
Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan.
Yeah. So Super Saiyan God is a form of Super Saiyan.
Of Super Saiyan.
Exactly. And then and then there's another one, where it becomes
he didn't have a weird he didn't like black out mid sentence.
No, it's
okay.
Dude, it's insane the power up level now of these Super Saiyans.
Craybeard saying he does realize though that Krizza held his customizing against him when it came to his Instagram photo.
Yeah.
Krizza did not vote Craybeard number one. Me and Martin had voted Craybeard number one. That's where you got all the points, was that we had
it's
two.
It's true.
And then this person in second place for me and Martin was actually third place. So was still great.
Yeah,
like,
they were all the pictures were very good.
That was Thorntwig. Thorntwig doing a lot of the Acid Rain 3 3/4 stuff, and then Craybeard winning and Gingerbeard taking second place for the most amazing low tech. Like, I love seeing a wider shot of his stuff because it's the most random things, and then you zoom into it and crop it the way he does, and it's a whole different thing.
Maybe Craybeard, if you built the things how they were supposed to be built, I would have voted for you. But, you know, since you took some liberties and you know,
that's going to be hard to shoot custom videos while Chris is like, customizers are stupid idiots.
No, dude, honestly, I have all the respect in the world for you guys because I don't have that. Here's my thing. I don't have that kind of creativity to an extent. I can't put things together like that. Like, what I like to do in terms of customization is build, like, shrines. Like, I do that at work. Like, my boss will be like, hey, you know, we need some kind of setup on this wall over here. And I'll be like, all right, cool, I can do that. Gotcha. Give me the materials, and I don't need an instruction map or a map on how to do it. But just give me the stuff, and then I can put it
figure it out.
Yeah, and I'll put it in a way that looks presentable, and then be like, oh, that's pretty cool, you know. So like, I can do things, I can think on my own, and can critically think and design things. But when
you realized, much like the kid in Big Daddy, you just basically said, I can wipe my own ass.
Yeah, exactly. But when like with Legos, this is my big thing with Legos. The instructions are laid out in front of me, and that's when I have a problem.
My daughter has been hanging out with you too much, brother, because she fucking loses her shit. If like she has a Peppa Pig by Jazzwares, they make a brick set, like, you know, to the size of Duplo. It's compatible with Duplo. Actually decent quality considering it's not the real brand, which was kind of interesting because that's always kind of hit or miss.
Yeah.
So they kind of got a hit with that one, but she loves it. She will play with all of her stuff with that Peppa Pig set, deconstruct everything and put it away, and then put the Peppa Pig back in its original box. If you move one brick, she flips up. I'm like, dude, you can't stop hanging out with Krizza.
It's just, I don't know what it is. It's just,
you're crazy.
Apparently, because the instructions are there. Follow them. That's it. That's
all right, so let's talk about what we got on the table, and then we'll do that unboxing. I
lost a friend because of that.
I know,
when I was in middle school, actually, I think it was like late junior high, early high school. He was like, yeah, man, you know, we put these Lego sets together, and I was like, yeah, man, you know, you follow the instructions. He's like, no, like, we do this. I'm like, nah. I left. I walked out. I flipped his Lego bin over, and then I walked out. I was like, we're not.
I'm leaving.
I was like, what do you mean? You don't put piece A, you know, you don't put piece
That's
B
beautiful.
on top. I was like,
I love everything about it. That is so funny.
I don't understand. I'm like,
yeah, no, well, I'm apparently raising the same maniac,
yeah.
so. Alright, so we got the tree beard, which I think is just so awesome. Really, again, what we like is the kind of the unique sculpt.
Yep.
And now I think with the bigger figures, they're able to kind of break out of that pop mold.
Yeah, I mean, they're really starting to do that in general with normal pops and the 6-inch pops. I mean, even with the collector here, I mean, he's got the normal kind of bland pop face, but he's holding the iguana. He's got
there's a more action
kind of blanket. Yeah, a blanket. There's a lot of things going on. You know, this one too. This one would be more of the like the original
kind
mold.
Of, sort of. The original mold was the Star Trek figures, and the first run of the Power Rangers.
Okay,
is a very good example. Actually, right here. So you keep talking. I'll grab them up.
So as you can see, they're starting to move away from that kind of all-in-one mold with different designs on it. So the hands are like down. Camera. Yeah.
So that being the first series where they had that kind of static pose where the arms were out, and then this came out like a year and a half later was the rest of them, and now he has
he's got the sword,
the hand up, the sword. There's more action to what they're doing.
Yep.
The Red Ranger's like this, and the Pink Ranger.
Yeah. It
was red, pink, and white had come out in that later, so they're actually kind of posed up. And then the rest are that's that.
So now they're starting to do that more and more prevalent, where they're kind of doing things that they would normally do, you know, which is pretty sweet. Like even the Venom one here, he's got his tongue out, and I don't.
Is that the cell phone variant?
No, this is the regular one. There is a GameStop version of this one where he actually has the cell phone in his hand.
Yeah, and he's like,
and he's got his he's got his arm out like that, with the finger up, telling them to be quiet. And it's actually a pretty sweet pop. I thought I left it here. Maybe not.
I want Doofus Rick so damn bad.
Yeah, I know you do. I know.
I have been getting outbid on eBay. Like, it's killing me now. Like, and he's at $50.
Wow. Yeah.
He's past the $40 line. It's starting to like.
$40 is generally, I think, my cutoff point with pops. I almost spent $100 on one, but luckily, see, Loot Crate. This is one of the moments.
Yeah, that was the time. Yeah,
this is one of the moments Loot Crate came through to me like, no, we love you. Please, we're gonna take care of you.
We'll give you that thing you want.
Yeah, and it was the metallic or the golden metallic Super Saiyan Goku. He was a Loot Crate.
Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
Normal Super Saiyan. Yeah.
Sorry, I blacked out for a second there. What just happened?
This was when he first turned into a Super Saiyan at the end. Of
Jacob Luna asking, are we Funko Pop in the box or out of box collector? Both.
Yeah.
Both. Depends on the pop. Some are going to stay in. That Finn Balor will stay in.
Yeah, the chase.
But like those were so cheap. The Power Rangers that it doesn't matter to take them out. I really wanted to take out like the Star Trek and stuff, but there's a lot of them stay in.
Yeah, my whole collection that is at my house have all been in the box. Since
we took one of them out.
I think we took the Venom pool out because he had the phone.
Maybe that's what it was.
We wanted to show it off because this part the face cutout was blocking.
But I like some of them in the box. I just kind of like the way they look in the box a lot better. But we keep the box anyway, so you come back in. There's no tape on them, so the truth is you don't really ever know. But yeah, Rebecca's saying that the sculpt of the tree beard is much bigger than you think, and it really is. Like it's a little.
I mean, we can take it. Like one like this, I don't mind taking out of the box because it's for the show. So that's a little bit different. It's not really like my personal collection. But yeah, we can take it out of the box. It's an awesome piece. And some of them you need to take out of the box because you don't see certain things when they're in there.
I love the size of the head on this thing. It's really like the beard. Oh, that back is cool. See, and this we hadn't seen when you see the stuff on Funko when they do the original announcements. They only show you a front view. They don't show you the back. No base, huh?
No base, which is pretty sweet. But yeah, this is an awesome piece. I like.
Rebecca said she takes them all out and gets rid of the boxes.
Yeah, that's...
Don't get rid of the boxes.
Yeah.
Give us the boxes. We're making a pop wall. Like, we'll take all of your Funko boxes.
That's because Rebecca's a heathen.
Oh, jeez. Throwing out hard H's.
Yeah, that's right.
Better watch out. Our heathen crowd may not be so happy to hear that.
That's true.
Yeah, dude, this thing really...
Yeah.
This is awesome. And, it's great because it maintains just the round eyes, like, of the pop.
Yep.
But, like, that's really it. The root head is actually, it's really well sculpted over. It's not as obvious.
Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing I like about it. It's much more camouflaged as the head. You can't really tell that it's got that kind of wide thing.
Yeah, it's in there, but it's really nicely covered over. That is really cool. And I love this back piece. Again, they only ever show you the front of the pop when they show them to you on Funko.
Yeah.
And you don't really know what it looks like till you take it out of the package when you own it, or you watch a video of somebody unboxes it. So I didn't know that was on the back there.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
We'll take out the Hulkbuster too.
This is. I am gonna get demonetized right now. This is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
This might be one of the coolest ones. Martin has the Jacob Luna saying that the BioShock Songbird is very heavy too. Martin has that Songbird, and it really is. It's massive.
Yeah,
it's like that lurching too, so it kind of has all of the dimensions.
Yep.
You know?
I have the Big Daddy BioShock pop too, which I absolutely love. It's got the drill hand and everything. It's fantastic.
My favorite Big Daddy thing that I have is from the collector's edition of the first game. Had come with a porcelain Big Daddy. That's the one it's the only Big Daddy that I actually have.
I'm pretty sure you could knock somebody out with this thing.
Dude, that looks so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And I love the fact that they have to be beholden to the bobblehead, but it actually really works.
Because it's got
to have that extended neck. So that's actually kind of nice. This is really well done. The paint application is nice too. There's not very much overspray. There's a couple spots you could see it like right here, which you can expect that. But on pops, a lot of times you see it in the early pops like this. How the line there is so fuzzy.
Yeah.
Like. That's kind of gone now. They've really, whatever factor they're using is doing a really good job. That's awesome.
What I like about this piece too, going back to the bobblehead, is that it doesn't look. It looks like a separate piece, which plays to the Hulkbuster suit because Iron Man gets into the suit. It's not like a suit that he wears on its own or whatever. I'm pretty sure he gets into it and then it goes around. It closes around. So that's awesome. That
the figure arts guys, we don't own this. Get online and find the figure arts version of. Let's see if this even spins. It's so heavy. They had done a figure arts Hulkbuster that you put a 6-inch figure arts Iron Man into, and then it really closed around it. It was about this tall. It's mind blowing. It was like $500 or $600. So speaking of $500 or $600, did you see the Jabba sail barge?
Yes, from
it got funded.
Yeah.
I wish I had the cash to do it, dude. Like, it's so beautiful.
Years ago, I worked at Goodwill, and I was maybe mid-20s.
We may have to sell some of these big statues we have in here and just get that on the show. That'll be the table. We'll just do it on
the like trying to talk around. When I was in my mid-20s, I worked at Goodwill, and I was still living at home at the time, and I was making a ridiculous amount of money because at the time there was some turnover in the company. So I was working at multiple locations, and they were giving me overtime. They were like, "We don't care. We need you to work here."
A rarity in the retail world.
Yeah. I was pulling down probably about $1,000 every 2 weeks with the amount of overtime I was working.
Retail, that's nuts.
Yeah. So, at the time, Lego had released that Star Wars Death Star set. It was about the size of a basketball, and it was about $400. And I almost bought it. Like, I had it in the cart.
Oh, we gotta say goodbye to Urban Papa. He's gotta get going. He'll said to catch us on the replay. Good to see you, dude.
Yeah.
Awesome to have you on live. Again, that was Urban Papa, one of the sculptors of Knights of the Slice. And if you get to check him out, I believe it's at Urban Papa on Instagram. Awesome stuff. His art his 2D art's really great too. And we have Cynthia signing in from down from Florida. How you doing? She said too sweet.
There you go. Got it. Too sweet. Yeah. So I had this $400 Lego set in my shopping cart.
It's the Death Star, right?
Yeah,
so it's that one, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm on the Lego website. I've got it on on order. I'm about to order it. And I'm like, I can't spend $400 on a Lego set.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Too. It even comes with a TIE Fighter. Like, so you have the full Death Star, and then it has like a TIE Fighter bay that it goes into. It's still for sale though.
Yeah,
like,
no, I think they re-released the model and updated it and everything like that. But I could have had that first run, and I can't justify spending that much money on Legos. As much as I love Legos,
I want the Super Star Destroyer. What I would like to do
that was
is
like $1,000 or something, right? Yeah, that's
that's what now it is.
Yeah.
What makes me crazy is I have a friend who works down at the Disney parks. They get a discount at Lego, and we're standing there in front of the Super Star Destroyer, which is a Lego store exclusive for $300. It's like 6 feet long.
Yeah, it's like the size of a coffee table. Yeah, it's got like 3 stands just to prop it up. Yeah.
So I'm looking at it. Mommy T gives me the okay.
Oh,
again, I chicken out. They would have sent it to me. It's no longer available. When you do find it, it's well in the thousands. And I kick myself for it every day because I want that. I wanted to build it. Like, how do you want to just look at it in the box? I need to build that thing.
I would have put that together, definitely.
Like, that should be what's over our head right now. You know what I mean? So, hey, Foxy's back. Jacob Luna saying that, asking when is Nintendo going to release their leash and let Funko make some pops of the Nintendo characters. That would be awesome. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think they're ever going to do that
because deal with Jack's pack is too good.
Well, not only that, but they have Amiibo.
Yeah.
So they already have a collectible figurine, base. They already have that dedicated fan base that are collecting those pieces and everything like that. Yeah, Amiibo isn't as big as it once was when they first released Super Smash for the Wii U, but they're still releasing them. They made more for Super Mario Odyssey. They did, I think, some Fire Emblem ones for the Fire Emblem Warriors game. I know they're releasing more for. I think they're gonna do something for Donkey Kong when they re-release the Donkey Kong game for the Switch.
Dude, I gotta get a Switch.
Yeah. So I just don't see them ever letting Funko do that because they already have the Amiibo is basically the Amiibo is basically the same size as this and
pretty much
same dimensions. So there's no reason to.
Is that thing finally spinning? Wow.
Yeah.
That is the little spindle that could right now because that is the heaviest pop that's ever been. You know what though actually bothers me about that is that a pop head is bigger than the head represented in that. That should be bigger.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like it's awesome, but it's awesome standing next to a Marvel Legends Iron Man.
Yeah.
Not next to an Iron Man pop. It should be wider. Like a little taller, a little wider.
I love like what is that, like a little arc reactor in the back and everything.
So
that's
good,
awesome.
Man. Yeah, no, that's really, really awesome. So toy wise on the table, we have actually a couple little relics from 5Alive. There's the Harley Quinn.
Yeah. Oh, nice! Our Fallout soldier.
Oh my God! How many of those damn things did we open? I think we opened like 6 of them or
Something
7
like
of them. Same with the Harley, like 6 or 7 Harleys.
Well, it got to the point where we were specifically looking for the Harley. So
oh my God!
I was like,
shaking them like who could open the most Harleys. I actually have my original sci-fi. That's one of my original toys still from when I was a little kid. I've had this since 1980. Jeez, let's see. Yeah. Let's read that butt. Made in Hong Kong. See, that's actually crazy. This was something I had talked to Cynthia about. A lot of toys are made in China now because after the China and Hong Kong split, Hong Kong was like, we're done polluting our land for no reason. That's why now most things are made in China, not in Hong Kong anymore. But original G.I. Joes were a made in Hong Kong thing. So it's kind of weird actually now to see all these years later the new G.I. Joe say made in China on the leg. So a little weird. Yeah. But it was not doing good for their environment. They're with no EPA. And no rules on manufacturing plastics is like don't. The Cuyahoga River. I was listening to a dollop about that.
Oh yeah, I think it was. Isn't that the one that lit on fire?
That was one that was on fire. The water was on fire. What do you put it out with?
Yeah, China at this point is basically what America was during the Industrial Revolution. They don't know what they're doing with, you know, in regards to the environment, and eventually I think they'll figure it out and
well,
kind of,
hey, Hong Kong did, and
yeah.
that was very good for them because yikes,
yeah,
like it was.
Well, it's even worse for Hong Kong because it's an island. So
yeah, exactly. Like you're trapped. There's
yeah.
And actually, Cynthia's saying true. Cynthia being from Hong Kong, and when we had spoke about this, she's like, "Oh no, I remember. You still don't want to go into Kowloon Bay because it's still, despite the fact that it's a lot is washed out, it's still bad. Like they did some real damage, and lucky for them, I guess." That's
I don't know. Depends
China's
on who you're talking
kind of
to.
paying the cost or the price right now, but
they're paying the price, I guess, humanitarian, but they're also paying the price economically too. Like they're raking
the money.
In. Yeah,
they're just killing the earth as they do. They have a lot of earth to kill.
And they're raking it in. They're buying up U.S. debt. I mean, hey, you know,
that's a good thing, right? I think I'm gonna put on a red shirt. I'll be right back. So, yeah. That was actually pretty crazy to see that, but that was one of my old, like original action figures. What made me a collector. Kowloon Bay still has cockroaches, and the water is disgusting. Is what Cynthia's saying here in the chat.
So we don't want to go swimming there. Is what
no.
Yeah.
So I'll actually tell you guys. I'll tell you guys quick. I won't say who the person is, but it is an old toy company I worked with. A very famous sculptor of that company. I'll give you the name after if you don't figure it out. He was in China, and you have to take a ferry to bring you from China to Hong Kong. So he is running for the boat. And the boat's about to leave. He has in his backpack his brand new computer, all this stuff. He has been in a few movies where he's been like a kung fu vampire.
Nice.
And like this stuff. So I think in his head he thought that he was a kung fu vampire. So, needless to say, he, running full speed, takes this leap. like a fucking leap! Like, like, and everyone's looking at him like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And he just goes right
It's
in.
like that cartoon where he's in the air for a few seconds and then
I would give almost anything
to
be on the boat, watching it from that angle. There is, I don't think there's very much of like anything I wouldn't do.
Yeah.
Just for that moment, I want that 5 seconds, and I really just want the 1 second where he's in the middle of the air and he realizes, like,
he pulls out the sign and says "Yikes!" and then he just.
That's what I want to see. I want to see him like this. So he went right into the water, destroyed the thing. What made him think, oh, by the way,
cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Looked like a 4 to 5 foot jump, which he probably would have made, but the boat was moving too. So what was a 5 foot jump when he conceived the idea became a 20-foot jump by the time he left.
How many hours did he spend in the opium den before he you know?
Sadly none. I really feel like if he was, he may have made it.
Yeah, maybe.
He may have made it. So, Jacob Luna says you jump in and turn into the swamp thing. That would be awesome!
Yeah, that would be pretty... Or Toxic Avenger.
Even better. Now I want to watch Toxic Avenger 3, I think is when he goes to Japan?
Maybe, probably.
Where he windsurfs to Japan. It's the most ridiculous movie, and I love every second of it. They used to show those on USA Network late at night, old Trauma videos. Oh my god. Now I remember like staying up in my room on that little 13-inch TV, watching USA at 11 p.m. to watch, was it Rhonda Shear's Up All Night?
Oh god, yeah. One of my friends at the time when I was a kid had premium cable, and we used to stay up and watch Tales from the Crypt on HBO. That was always a good time, yeah. Friday night, crashing at his house, staying up late watching.
That was something I actually really liked early on. I started working in construction with my father. I was about 14, 15 years old. So we would go traveling to the different places, whatever these factories were to install conveyor or rack. I'd do whatever the job was, but we would stay in hotels, and you'd always get HBO. So I'd watch Tales from the Crypt and Oz and stuff like that. So like I come back and like we get home like we get HBO like I kind of was watching this show. I'd really like to keep that going.
I need to know who's doing who in the butt on Oz.
That's best show ever.
Speaking of
butt. for men's butts.
Yeah, better than
Game of Thrones.
I was about to say better than the Queen. Was it the Queen movie with the penises and is that?
No, not Queen.
Oh, Village People.
Can't
Village
Stop
People.
the Music.
Yeah, it was.
It's a rated G movie where you actually see male genitalia.
So is Oz? Which one would be the better one for you?
I think the better one is Can't Stop the Music because at least they were having fun when the butts were out.
Yeah,
I guess.
And it's consensual.
It was consensual. Yeah, Oz was not consensual. It was not a good time.
Speaking of crazy things that you watch, because this perfectly segues into what I've been watching. Have you seen the documentary on Netflix called Wild Wild Country?
No, and the reason why is because my Netflix account is shared and people watch random stuff. So that should show up, but it does not because my fucking algorithm's all over the place.
It's on the front page too. They did a whole like preview thing for it, but you need to watch it.
Was it trolls or things that a middle-aged woman would watch?
I think a middle-aged woman would watch this. I mean, there's no Russian hacks, but you might. Dude, this documentary was insane. Have you ever watched the show Sons of Anarchy or Justified? This could be an episode.
Really?
Yeah, that's how insane this documentary is.
And again, it is a documentary, so we're talking about something real.
It's basic. It's about a cult.
Oh, Captain Craybeard's saying he's 2 episodes into Wild Country.
It's insane. Every episode is like, hey, we escalated this. What can we do to escalate this situation even further?
Push this
and
one
they
more
do
time.
it. Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know. Spoilers. So if you want to, Captain Craybeard, if you don't want to, you don't want to hear about what's going on, they poison people. They take over a town. They arm themselves.
Mormons?
No, it's a cult that started out in India. It's like Rajampoor.
Oh my God! This is Rajneesh.
Yes.
There's a dollop about this. There's a full dollop about this. They were trying to give people diarrhea with chicken and
they were giving them salmonella.
They were giving them salmonella poisoning by like going to places and like purposely like touching door handles and stuff to spread this disease, but then like not really following through with like what their message was a lot of times.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, so this cult starts out in India.
Yeah.
And to flee religious persecution, they go to Oregon. And they settle in this town called Antelope. It's a retiree village with maybe about 40 people there. So they show up, they buy this huge plot of land, and they're starting a compound there. I guess in Oregon, there's a law that you have 150 people like living in an area, you can become a town. So they become a town. Then tensions start to flare between the Antilopians and these Rajampoors, and so because the tensions are rising, this cult starts buying up pieces of land that are for sale in Antelope. So they buy the diner and they turn it into like an Indian,
everything starts to change over.
Yeah, they're buying people's houses, and so then they start running for town council in Antelope. And there's only 40 people in Antelope, and there's like 100 and something plus of these Rajampoors. And so, guess what? They win the election. They change the name of the town.
Yeah, it's crazy. The whole thing, it's like...
I'm telling you, this could be something out of Sons of Anarchy or Justified. Yeah. Like, it's insane.
It's crazy.
And then on top of it, like I said, it's like, hey, we escalated. Let's see what else we can do. Let's make this situation even worse. Let's do it this. And it's like one thing on top of it.
I have to find what episode of the dollop this is. I was just trying to find it. I just can't remember the exact one. But Dave Anthony goes very much into detail on all of these people and like faking deaths at one point and taking over the town
Yep.
and the poisoning of people.
They poison people. They poison politicians.
Yeah.
They bring homeless people into their city, into Rajampur or whatever it's called, and then start getting them registered to vote because they want to take over the county.
Yeah,
but
so
then,
they're padding their vote.
Yeah, then the government, the state government finally gets involved, and they're like, we're not going to register any more voters because you're blatantly trying to fraudulenize the process. And then they boot them out of the compound. So now that the homeless people don't serve a purpose anymore, they boot them out of their city, and then they send them off into towns in Oregon, and the crime rate goes insane because they're pissed off now, and they start looting it.
It's the whole thing. It's like an insane domino effect of people who just don't play by any rules.
No, because they're so rich and so powerful already, you know.
It just doesn't even matter.
The dude, the Bhagwan, the guy that's like the leader of the cult, he's got like 15 Rolls Royces.
Yeah, he was a Rolls Royce collector.
Yeah.
He decides like out of the blue, like, I want to collect Rolls Royces.
Yeah. And so
it's
and
crazy.
The fact that there's already like they're in an area where the law isn't even like that prevalent to begin with because they're out in a basically a ghost town that's only got 40 people. They're doing whatever they want. They're just they're doing.
The whole thing is
they sent people that belong to their cult to the police academy and made them deputies.
It's crazy. It's just crazy.
It's insane. Watch it. It's 6 episodes long, and it's so over
I know the
top.
story. I'm gonna definitely watch it now. But I do know the story, and it is that nuts. Like, and when you realize like none of this is made up. All you have to do is it's all documented.
Yeah.
Like it's all in papers. It's really nuts. So, geez, what else do we got here?
It's
let's open up those crates.
Yeah, sure.
Here, let's clean off get these boxes down, the big boxes here,
the pops.
Yeah. We'll leave Finn out.
Of course.
So yeah, man, so much wrestling.
Unwieldy.
He really is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, wrestling is.
Dude, did you watch? Well, before we get to this pop box, did you happen to watch 205 yet?
I did not.
All right, we may after this episode because I kind of half-assedly watched this episode. Last week had a fatal 4-way between TJP, this Buddy Murphy, Tozawa, and Kalisto. Pulling off like NJPW spots. That's what Martin in Texas like. Look at the NJPW stuff you're doing, and when you see this, you're gonna be like, "Oh my god! Oh, what are you doing?"
From what Martin was saying and what you guys what you were saying,
awesome.
It
was so good,
ridiculous the moves that they're doing.
But again, so much like you know what? I kind of want to steer away from wrestling because I want to enjoy wrestling again.
Yeah,
I feel like it's WrestleMania time. It's everybody's doing stuff. Like let's just not. Like we're better at toys. And I want to enjoy it again.
Well, the other thing too, it's kind of painful. We're kind of limping to the finish line at this point. Like the wrestling is not good right now. No. Like at Raw and SmackDown's a little bit better, but we're kind of just trying to limp to that finish line to get to WrestleMania, and that's kind of not fair, you know, to people that you know.
No, much rather talk about this stuff. No. So, is this the regular loot crate? Yes, this is the I'm sorry loot crate.
Yes, exactly. This was the
I'm sorry.
This was the loot crate that was like, don't go, we want you to stay.
Maybe come back.
Yeah. Do you have a blade?
I don't think so. Let's see. Should have something over here.
I got it.
Oh, now I'm gonna have to stab you in the neck.
Yeah.
With this.
One alive. It's truly become one alive.
Then I just put on your one T-shirt.
Oh man, I'm
sure
already looking at this T-shirt, and it's
Yep. Loot crate. It's the ultimate deletion. Yeah.
So
dude.
This is the T-shirt, which is
it already looks cool.
Yeah, it's the Back to the Future.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Come on,
that's
guys.
pretty sweet.
Back to the Future is like one of my favorite things. Which brings me to what I'm debating on opening is I have the Sideshow Marty from Back to the Future, Marty from Back to the Future 2, and
Yep.
Doc from Back to the Future 2 right here next to my feet. And they're sitting in the box. Like,
Yeah.
the box they ship it to you in. And inside of here is a very beautiful Sideshow figure.
Dude.
That shirt's unbelievable. Oh my god! Oh, you suck so bad.
For those of you guys that have watched the show,
God
you
damn,
know
I have to buy this crate now.
I'm a Dungeons and Dragons fan, and look what it came with. A Red Dragon Die Keeper. That's fantastic.
That
Did
is,
you get the knife?
No, I
Oh,
didn't.
okay,
You
that's
told
fine,
me you
that's
had
fine.
some.
No, yeah, I got my keys here.
Jerk face. Dude, I have to buy this now just for the shirt and that die holder.
Yeah.
And to repaint it because it's red and I hate the color red, so.
And it comes with a little
man.
D20!
Oh, come on. That's totally worth it.
Oh my god.
Dude, that is so cool.
Where do you put the D20?
It sits underneath the dragon, like the
that?
dragon protects it.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I saw this thing
That's
already.
awesome.
I saw it online. It's fucking awesome. I didn't see it in person yet.
And it rolls pretty well at 15.
All right,
That's
not bad.
awesome.
Not
yeah,
bad. I'll
with
take
some
it.
bonuses, you'll be able to hit something. That's pretty awesome. I'm gonna bring this to my D&D game on Sunday, and that's gonna be.
I want to
sweet.
get that honestly
Yeah.
to paint it with a little bit better of a paint job. That thing would look just absolutely.
Yeah, you can turn that into any kind of dragon. You
Yeah.
know, green, black. I know if Rebecca's still watching, I know she's gonna love that. She's a huge fan. of
Yeah,
dragons.
I'm gonna have to pick this up tonight. I'm gonna go to Loot Crate and get one. Maybe use your discount
Yeah,
to
there
get
you go.
another.
Oh, the pin's pretty sweet too. Asteroids.
Oh god damn it! Come
on.
on,
Or Galaga.
that's
excuse me.
Galaga.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, 8-bit.
Oh, this is upsetting me right now. Like the month, but this is what we're talking about.
Yeah, because they know I was leaving. They're like, yeah, exactly.
Let's give you kind of everything you like.
Yep.
That shirt's awesome. That D20 holder makes me want to punch you in the
Yeah.
neck.
A Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, I saw this.
Mhm.
This is another really good piece. This is where you spend like the $20 in a month and you go absolutely worth it.
Yeah.
The shirt, $15. You know that die holder's $10. Pins usually about $5 to $6. This thing's gonna be like another $10 to $15 piece. And there's another blind box piece over there.
Yep.
On top of everything. Yeah, it's like a little Sonic running up
Oh,
the
yeah,
board.
that's
It's
pretty
really cool. And would look really great with the Mario stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The
But the rings feel that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
Look,
but
I mean,
for the crate, yeah.
For a crate.
Yeah.
Wow. This is awesome. I love it.
Oh, so he's running towards the rings.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'd be like this,
So I think he.
and then
They don't tell you.
yeah, it's like that.
Oh,
Because he's running. Yeah.
Yep.
He's running. You run into the rings. Although this one looks.
You might
like,
have to spin it because it doesn't have a specific hole.
Oh
Could
yeah,
be
yeah.
that.
No, this one fits. It's just this one doesn't. Oh, maybe. There we go.
There it is.
That's pretty sweet though.
That is really cool. See, another great crate.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just.
and it's just upsetting because you know they're just gonna screw you the next month. So, oh boy, was that just
It's
the
just a little,
ticket there?
yeah, the info thing. Playback is the theme. Yeah, T-shirt, and then so Simpsons 25th anniversary.
What is it? It's like a slushie.
It's a keychain thing. Yeah, so you could have a Buzz Cola, Squishy.
That's awesome.
The nuclear, you know, like the little bar that he gets at the beginning of the show, the skateboard. Jebediah Springfield's head. That's pretty sweet.
That would be really cool.
I either want the rod, the nuclear
Oh,
rod.
the Blinky's in there too.
Yeah,
the three-eyed fish.
And then Bobo.
I like it.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing, man. Now I'm telling you now. I'm really gonna. I have to go get this crate. I just want that damn shirt
Mm-hmm.
and the D20 holder. So when I was at the Games Workshop today, we'll go over what I picked up right after we talk about this. Donut.
Yeah, donut.
Baby T loving donuts right now.
No,
she loves the strawberry donut with this rainbow sprinkles.
Sweet.
So I stopped at the Games Workshop store. I picked up in West Hartford Center a couple of little things. One of them being a orange.
Oh, and then the box turns into like a
Cool.
old school TV with the
awesome.
dials and everything. Yeah.
So picked up an orange wash. This is something that you would use to lay down. You'd lay down your color, then you would put this on top of it, and then come back with that original color and dry brush it, and it will bring out the depth and whatever.
So with that, would you? Is this after you put the base paint on, like the black or white, and then you?
Well, all right. So this is an orange one.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use probably like yellow or orange or some kind of a warmer color that is lighter than this.
Okay.
So the reason is because when I apply it, any of the crags, any of the waves or anything of it, this is going to sit in there. And once it dries, in where it pools, it's darker.
Yeah.
Then when you go back with the lighter color again, you dry brush over the top of that, and you get the depth of looking like orange kind of folded over itself. You create shadow and shade where there isn't.
Oh, okay.
And that's kind of what you use that for.
Yeah, the Games Workshop paints, or the Citadel ones, are pretty good. But you know what paints I actually really like to use when I don't do a lot of painting, but I have painted some miniatures in the past for like the War Machine game and
War Machine.
Warhammer and stuff like that. The Privateer press stuff.
Some of my favorite.
Yeah, is very, very good.
The color paint that I use for my WWE customs, for the WWE Mattel and Hasbro style ones, I use Cardic Flesh, or is it Cadric Flesh, or whatever? Cardic?
Yeah, Cardic sounds right.
I think it's Khardick. Y'all got any of those wrestling loot crates before? We have not.
No,
the Slam crate. I'd like to check it out, but sometimes you do get some bullshit in there. But I get a lot of bullshit, so who knows? Oh, cool. Cynthia signing off saying she's got to go. See you. It's good to see you, Cynthia. So,
thanks for watching.
So yeah, Cardic Flesh is an awesome flesh tone. I do like their stuff. The problem is the pots that it comes in. The same thing I actually have a problem with these paints. I don't like what they come in. My favorite is the Vallejo, and that's what I use. It's Vallejo Game Color, Model Color. I just started using their washes. I do like them. They just didn't have an orange one.
Do they have like more of a screw top, or are they not plastic, or what?
They're dropper bottles. So you shake them, and then you only... So I can control... you know, you want a certain consistency from your paint when you use thinner. Yeah. It's easier to go, okay, well, I used 4 drops of these colors, which means I need this many drops of thinner to get it to do this other thing. So you just kind of have a little more control over it. Gotcha. I did find this. It's called Relictor Gold. This is... I was with Jesse when I saw this. I'm going to paint a knight. So... I'm going to do a knight with this. It's the airbrush paint. The gold is the weirdest. Like I can't really explain it.
Yeah, it looks
like
more
a
like a silver. Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's really weird. I love it. I'm gonna do a knight and a few other things with Jesse using that because we saw it immediately. Now what's funny is I'm at the Games Workshop, and I don't normally tell people what I do. Yeah. I just kind of keep that a little on the low side because the conversations that come from it. So, but it does lead to... I know what I also look like on the outside. I don't look like I know what I know when I do what I do. So I go into a Games Workshop and I'm like, kind of looking at the paints and I see this. I'm like, oh, that'll look... In my head I'm going, oh, that'll look good. It's for the airbrush. I can use it like that. And this guy comes over. He's like, hey, can I help you? You know, this is how an airbrush works. And explaining it to me, and I'm going like, do I tell this guy? Do I let...
Dude, I get where you're coming from, but in retail, that's how we're trained. Yeah, we're trained to treat everyone like they don't know anything.
No, I understand it, but it is funny as I'm sitting there and this guy's explaining how an airbrush works to me, and I'm like, oh, no, I'm very familiar. Yeah. Like, so you're just trying to take the pen. I'm like, no, it's cool, man. I know, I have a few airbrushes.
Yeah, you know, you're deciding whether you should be nice and let him do his job and
you're somewhere in that line.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what was going on. Like, what do I say next to this guy? So it was pretty funny because what he was telling me was this Munitorum. Again, they always put the dumbest names on these things. Yeah. It's basically, it says varnish. It is a semi-gloss overcoat. This stuff, it's $20 a can, but it's totally worth it.
See, at least, you know, he gave you his spiel, but he you know, at least he got he got you something, you know, that you needed, you know.
Jacob Ludus says airbrush his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he did actually, again, if I didn't know exactly what I was looking for, he did actually say, this is a semi-gloss. This isn't a high gloss or a matte, so you're going to get a certain luster to it versus losing a certain luster. So that was really good.
Yeah.
But I do prefer this. The reason being for a semi-gloss, the reason why is when you're taking pictures, you don't get gloss, where you won't get shine in certain spots. Whereas if you go with a matte, you may lose certain pieces of contrast, because matte black on matte black does not have contrast. But if gloss black on gloss black has too much contrast, so
you have to find that middle ground.
This is the middle ground.
Yeah.
So this is what I spray my WWE figures with, and it kind of has that same feel to it. So check this out. It's the Citadel Munitorum Varnish.
Shout out to the guy from Games Workshop.
From Games Workshop in
West Hartford.
Yeah. Again, dude's doing his job. He did fill me in, but again, good stuff. But this I'm very interested in. When I show you the figure that I'm going to be doing this to, you're going to be like, yo! And then I'm going to be doing an acid green version too, just like, the van's not up there anymore. That little van that I had up there for a long time, I used like a metallic acid green. So I'm going to be doing a figure in that too.
Okay,
so.
got you.
Yeah, I got this for the Assassin's Creed project that I'm working on.
Nice.
So, let us see what we're talking about.
Do you want to do the anime?
The other one.
Yeah, we'll do the anime.
Yeah, look, we'll open up the Loot Anime. Now, Loot Anime, if you go back to some of our older videos, these are consistently good.
Yeah.
Angeringly good. How could it be so good every time?
I don't think I've really ever had a bad anime crate. There might have been some ones where I was like, I'm not really interested in all of the titles, but they're, dude, look at that, rolled an 18. See,
I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah, this thing
is so cool. Oh, Chris, let me paint this.
Yeah, dude, go for it.
Oh, fuck. This is so cool. So, at the Games Workshop, one of the things I wanted to mention, they had a dragon in there that was painted. The base color of the dragon was blue. Like a kind of like this icy metallic blue, had white eyes, which was I thought really looked cool.
Yeah.
But then the dry brushing on the top of it to give its accents. Usually an ice dragon, you're going to use a baby blue, then a white, and it's going to like the little peaks.
Yeah, that kind of like glacial look.
This was white, and then fucking acid green on top on the peaks. I was like, oh, it looks so good. Yeah, I'm telling you, unbelievable.
Interesting.
I want to do so many things in that color now.
Dude, you gotta.
Yeah, you just shit your pants a little bit.
Because I know you're gonna be super into this.
Okay, I like it. What?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, this thing is a home run every time. Oh, come on. I'll let you do that. That's yours, buddy.
That looks awesome, and it lights up.
Oh, I'm sorry. It went silent in here for a second. So that is a light up Astro Boy figure. So every month we actually have a few back here. We have the My Hero Academia.
Yep.
We've been getting these awesome statues. There was a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Yep. This one is Madoka Magica. And these are all just these awesome statues, and they come disassembled, and you get a smaller package.
Yeah.
You just assemble the damn things, and you get these awesome 6 to 7 inch statues. Oh my lord in heaven!
Yeah, that's awesome,
dude. That's so beautiful.
How does it light up though?
Oh my god! I want this. I want to go to here. Holy shit! I'm sorry, guys. I'm just gonna swear a bunch of times, motherfucker. No, really, guys. Like, check that out. That's so cool.
I don't know if it.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, all right, sweet.
It may not have batteries.
Oh,
in it.
yeah.
You gotta put batteries in it.
So it needs 3 double A's, but still,
3 dubs.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
We have those upstairs, but I'm not gonna go grab them.
No, that's fine.
No, that is amazing, and I'm gonna order both crates from this month because everything in them was great. Oh, come on, man. And it's going to be some awesome-ass shirt. Guaranteed. Come on. I don't even know what it is.
Psychopaths? Yeah, that's
cool.
That's a pretty sweet anime, too. Oh, I like the gun.
I like the gun, and it goes to the side. Yeah. Okay, so they have always in the loot vault, they have the Psychopath's gun that is a USB drive.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. It
clicks forward, and there's a USB drive, and it's like an 8 gig drive or something.
That's awesome. Let's see what the... Wow, this is a pretty big...
it's a pretty thick manga you got going. That's nice, dude.
The original Cyberpunk classic, Battle Angel Alita.
Alita? You know what?
I think Jamie, a.k.a. Kitten Butt, was telling me about this a few months ago.
You talked about it on the show.
Yeah, and she was telling me about it.
Dude.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Again.
Yeah.
Just every damn time.
Let's see. There's some other really good shit in here.
Okay, so
the pin...
Pin's kind of like, okay, yeah.
Infinite Dendrogum, I don't know
I really don't like when they do this. Looks just like a picture painted on a pin. I don't like that.
But this last piece looks...
It's not like our Bolt Bros pins.
No,
like the FF pins. Wow.
Robotech,
oh,
Robotech
dude.
beanie.
This is great. This is an amazing crate.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, I would definitely... hey, what's going on, Popcom? Yeah, man, I gotta say, like... on a month-to-month basis, these two were worth getting. Just the shirts alone, are worth it. And then that Astro Boy statue, wow, dude, that hat. There's actually someone must have just recently released the Robotech license because we've been seeing a few things. And there's a hockey jersey now with that. There's yellow with the Fokker.
It's a little tight, but
it's a little taut, but you stretch that out, dude. That looks great. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch, man.
And then, of course, it's got the little poster.
And the poster's an Astro Boy poster.
Astro Boy poster.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, and I want this.
Oh, yeah. 90th Osamu Tezuka anniversary of birth. The production.
And instead, I get the Buffy the Vampire Slayer statue from a DX.
Yeah.
This is like a DX level box. If you put in like 2 more high ticket things, you'd have a DX box. Like, and those high ticket things would probably be like a USB drive and like a gilded book or something, like a gilded Akira, or something like that. You know.
And this is I mean, both of these crates were fantastic. It's not going to get me to sign up for the regular normal loot crate again, just because with one good crate, I think the general trend is that there's going to be 3 bad ones.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But the loot anime is...
No, the loot anime is... Dude, if you guys are fans of anime, and even manga, however you want to pronounce it, I highly recommend the Loot Crate anime.
I'm barely into anime and manga, and I'm telling you, in this box this month, I want the hat, I want the
Astro Boy,
and the shirt, and that's 75%, 80% of the box, like. And I want to read this. Yeah. And the pin, whatever.
Yeah.
Who cares?
One thing that's not not a big deal or whatever. Yeah. I mean, it's such a small piece too. Who cares? Everything else was a home run. And I mean, we're not. Oh,
Popcom's saying they have WWE subscription boxes. Yeah, man. It's called Slam Crate.
Yep.
I think they're like $35, and it's every other month. I don't think it's every month.
It's either once every 3 months or maybe once every other month. I thought they were $50 though.
They might be. They might be expensive. So there is another wrestling crate out there that does the indies.
Okay.
So you get like Ring of Honor stuff from Progress.
Yeah.
One month they had old Gargano shirts.
Oh, nice.
Like old Gargano, because these indie promotions get left with all these shirts. It'd be a great way to move like old Kevin Steen stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, here I'll look it up right now. But yeah, it's called Slam Crate.
And we're not affiliated with Loot Crate anyway. I personally paid for the Loot Crate anime, and I've pretty much had a blast opening every anime crate. It's always
$34.99.
Oh, okay, not bad.
And then this month has a Seth Rollins like mini statue. It's kind of like the big head, super deformed. It looks good, but again, we just haven't.
Yeah. I know we were thinking about signing up for it a few months ago because I think the Slam Crate theme was...
That's the pins.
Oh, wow. That's actually pretty cool.
The pins, you are either going to get a Winged Eagle nameplate or an Intercontinental Championship nameplate. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see, Seth Rollins. Oh.
That's when we were thinking about, because I think it was either the first month or maybe the second month that they had done the Slam Crate. There was an Alexa Bliss themed one.
Yeah,
and I think we were thinking about getting it.
We just wanted a Bird Martin.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that was the issue. Was like, do we really want this? Yeah. It was this because it had that was the shirt. It was the Little Miss Bliss, like the really bad stitched up one. I kind of want the rings that these guys come in. That the Seth Rollins piece comes in.
Oh yeah.
Because it reminds me of those old. Their WrestleMania 3 when their giant came out and the floating, it looks just like that. So I'd really like to see that in person.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, man, Popcom, they are $35 a piece. I think the shipping's like $5. And if you do get multiple crates, I think you get a discount. There's always codes out there. I just picked. Oh, he says he just picked up the FYE Sting and Luger 2-pack. We had been watching literally 1990 wrestling. It's so bad.
Hurts, yeah.
Here's the thing: when it's bad, it's fucking garbage, and when it's good, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, so what's happening here in 1990 is that Sting has a fish. I think he broke his leg, or he like tore up his knee,
something like that.
Yeah, there's something wrong with his leg. He's on crutches. And he was such a big deal at this point. He makes these appearances where he really just like comes out to the ramp, waves, and he's back out. This is the year that RoboCop gets involved in the Sting thing. This is the year that Ric Flair and Lex Luger have a 45-minute match that goes to a count out.
Yeah, that was
hard to watch.
That pay-per-view was kind of overall painful to watch.
There was a couple bright spots.
But there's like one. There's one or two bright spots, and then the rest.
It's Brian Pillman.
Yeah, Brian Pillman, and then there was another match that was pretty good. I just can't remember it.
See, I liked the first match with Buzz Sawyer, and
that one wasn't bad
because it was kind of a shit match. But like he was the early version of Kevin Owens, and it was really cool, kind of cool to see him do some of the stuff he was doing. Because you then find out like not only was he amazing in all of the other ventures he was in before that, but dude died at 32. Yeah, he's had like heart failure from a drug overdose, and that's pretty much the end of it. Yeah, like, at 32 in some random place. It was like he died in like 1992. In
Cindy's trailer park stank of North Carolina.
Are you saying he's Braun Strowman's dad?
Hey, he could be. You never know.
So, yeah, we watched that.
Part dump truck. You don't know.
We watched that, and we watched They Live with Roddy Piper.
Yeah,
I love that.
That movie is fantastic. I'll watch that any day of the week.
Like over and over again.
Yeah,
like,
that Wrestle Wars Wild Stampede or whatever it was called
it was rough.
It was hot garbage.
See, the year that I want to do is Halloween Havoc '92. Because that's the one we both wanted. Yes. Spin the wheel, make the deal. Yeah. Where they would have like this wheel, and they'd like this big animated wheel would crank, and then it would be like these crazy matches.
Halloween Havoc was just insane to begin with because it's right around Halloween, so it's got that kind of like campy. Wrestling was already kind of campy at that point.
It was at a turning point between the golden age and the cartoon age.
Yeah, so. And it was Halloween's kind of a campy time, and so they were really playing on that camp, and I liked it, but yeah, it's
hey, it's 12/7 officially. Hey guys, happy I guess it's April Fool's Day and Happy Easter.
Happy Zombie Jesus Day.
That is right.
Yeah,
he has risen. He is risen, and he comes out with bread. He's so awesome. He's like loaves of bread. Not pitas, no. not tortillas, bread.
That's right.
Big loaves of sourdough. How great would it be if Jesus was like the greatest baker of all time? That's like the only thing in the Bible that's wrong. It's like, no, he wasn't a carpenter. Yeah, dude was a baker. He was the best baker.
That's how he was he just kept slipping those loaves of bread into the basket. Like, they're like, oh, what? Another loaf
and he's like, taking them out of the oven. They're still warm. I think we just cracked the code.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, how funny would it be if like dudes come crashing in the window? How did you know he was a baker?
Yeah, so like some fucking secret society of Catholics come like busting in. Opus Dei is that the name of that group? Yeah.
The Pope himself just comes in. Who told you this?
all of a sudden you just see the screen go blank and like the feed is cut and we're like, what the hell? We just think it's technical difficulties. We're like, what is going on?
What happened?
And then, oh man,
oh jeez,
that'd be terrible.
We come back. Jesus was a carpenter, not a baker.
Speaking of insane theories, right? Going back to what we were watching, I also, after I finished that Wild Wild Country documentary, I started watching the Nazi mega weapons documentary and I've come to a conclusion. If World War II happened maybe 5 years after, or maybe about 10 years after, because it ends in 44, 45, I think is when. So if the war had started in 1950, the Nazis would have won. Like the
technology was
yes,
on the brink.
Exactly. That's the thing. Like you watch these documentaries and it's like they almost did this.
It's like shit. Yeah, like if they just figured out how a Tesla coil really worked. Oh no.
Yeah. If nuclear power was dude. Who knows? And I'm like,
and there are genres of fiction dedicated solely to this. Dude, we'll actually jump over to what we're reading. I haven't read these in a while, but there's a writer named Harry Turtledove.
Yep.
And he writes alternate fiction, and it's what if blank happened at blank. So one of them is what if the South had automatic weapons during the Civil War, and it's like, oh, it was a massacre.
Yeah.
Which is actually basically, I was listening to a we have talked about it before, the Omnibus, and they talk about, there's an episode called Mutually Assured Destruction, and it's the idea that war is fair if you can equally destroy each other. It can't be the United States going into a little tiny country
into Grenada. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like that's not okay. Like you can't do that. That's being a bully. So on this particular episode, they talk about that, and they said it came from the advent of the Gatling gun, because everybody else was using these semi-auto. The you shoot once, click, click, shoot, click, click, and now you've got 3 people at the top of the hill going clink, 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 and just mowing down fields of people. And they realize, like, you can't do that. You can't have 3 beat 3,000. That's not okay. So they work with those ideas, like, what if it wasn't in the 1920s? What if it was in the 1880s and Robert E. Lee was the one who figured it out first? Like, it would be, Gettysburg would have been a much different place.
That's the whole synopsis of the Wolfenstein reboots for the Xbox. Yeah, it's the Nazis won World War II with like a kind of occult powers, but with this like ancient technology that they harness or whatever, and they take over the world. And it's like, if Hitler waited 10 years, it probably would have...
Shit would have been way different and way worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was watching one, it was when the History Channel was really just doing alien and speculation stuff for a while. They did kind of pepper in some cool stuff. One of them was a series of documentaries about gods. It was right when the Clash of the Titans was coming out. Yep. So they went back and visited like the Minotaur and the Medusa and everything. So all these episodes. They had also done another one talking about I just lost my train of thought. They were talking about
ultimate.
It was Hitler and the occult, and it was specifically about this, and they tied it into the episode about Thor, because there was actually a real like hunt for Mjolnir. Like he believed that like if we had this ancient Norse power, and it's like, dude, you're out of your mind. You're looking for the hammer of Thor. Like, stop and think about this for a second.
Did you
fucking maniac?
Did you ever? I know you're not a big soccer fan.
What if you had a Death Star? Jacob would have said.
There's these ESPN sports documentaries called ESPN 30 for 30s, right?
He said, what if Hitler had waited 10 years, he'd still have a pineapple being shoved up his butt in hell. Dude, I love Little Nicky. I don't care what anybody says. That movie's terrible and I love it.
Dude, so there's these sports documentaries that ESPN does. It's called ESPN 30 for 30s. Yep. And when the last World Cup came around, what was it, 2010?
16?
No, because it's every 4 years. So 2000 and...
Okay.
If this one's 2018, then it's 2014.
It would be 14.
Yeah. Math, kids.
I'm just thinking 2006 was the final was Italy versus versus France.
Yes.
I was in Little Italy for that.
Nice.
That was insane.
So they do these. They started to release these soccer centric ESPN 30 for 30s because it was the lead up to World Cup 14.
Mm-hmm.
And they did one. I forget. Oh, it's about the Jules Rimet Trophy. So the World Cup trophy, that is the trophy that we know and love now, was not the first trophy for the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
This man had designed one called the Jules Rimet Trophy, or Jules Rimet. Nobody knows where it is. It got lost in like the 50s when England won the World Cup. So nobody really knows where it is.
It's in some pub.
Probably, yeah. So before that, Italy won the last World Cup before World War II broke out. So they held on to it. Adolf Hitler believed this trophy.
Oh my god!
Yeah, had
had
some kind of, because he wanted it, dude. The last World Cup before World War II, he fielded probably the most. I can't, like, the most. It's almost like that episode of The Simpsons when Mr. Burns hired all these baseball players.
Like a ringer team.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how good the Germany-Austria team was in that last World Cup.
Giant heads.
Hitler annexed Austria into the German Empire at that time, and he brought, because Austria was the best team in the world at that point.
He was looking for Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, and he brought all these Austrians onto the team. He's like, "You're playing for Germany now," and he tried to rig the World Cup into his favor to win.
That's
because he
crazy.
But Italy ended up winning. So Italy wins the World Cup, right?
Do you think that's what forged the relationship between the Nazis and Mussolini in World War II? Because access to the cup.
Hitler comes into Italy to confiscate the cup because he believes the Jules Rimet Trophy has this kind of occult power to it, right? He comes in to confiscate it. The president of the Italian Soccer Federation hides it under a floorboard in his room until World War II is over.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Like, I just... Yeah, there's so
Think
many
about
crazy
that.
things about that time.
Let that marinate.
Let that sink in for a second,
He had it
guys.
under his floorboard until World War II
like
ended.
It's like an infinity gem.
Yeah. And then he gave it to FIFA whenever the first, I think it was 1950 something, when that first World Cup.
This kind of reminds me of, and we'll actually probably get pretty much going here. Do we have any more cases to open?
I don't think so. I think we've got. Yep.
So there was a show with Peter Kreitzer, whatever the hell his name is. It was called Lost Room. The Lost Room. It was on Sci-Fi. It was a mini series around, I want to say 2007, 2008 maybe. It was this room at this hotel that was like this weird enchanted. I'm gonna call it. I believe it was a pocket dimension. They don't really explain too much of it. In this though, everything in the room does something, and there's a cult. There's a cult following around the items that were in this room.
Yeah.
And once an item has been returned to the room, it can never be taken back out. But all these items are out amongst the world. But so there's a pair of scissors that levitates things. And there's a glass eye that allows you to see through walls. And there's a comb that allows you to do whatever.
Yeah.
So everything has a weird power. But if
once you bring it back into the room, that's it.
That's it.
Okay.
So you can't, but not everybody really knows that. So they'll go in with the comb and then walk out of, shut the door, walk out of the room, and now the comb is in the room. And it's just the comb, and it can never really leave the room.
Gotcha.
So it was a really cool concept, but if you mix two things, so there's a guy who's got the scissors and the glass eye, which allow him to shoot a fucking laser out of his eye. So they discover, and sometimes they're like, one guy's like, oh yeah, I have I think it was the shoehorn,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like it really just allows me to heat up coffee really fast. And like,
but then if you get
everything,
some other item, it becomes something like super amazing. It's like
So it's a really awesome miniseries, and it never went anywhere.
Yeah.
But it just reminds me of what you're saying with like this trophy. Like, what if that trophy and this cup actually equal the death ray? Like.
Hitler would have won World War II
if he just knew where the lost room was.
If that guy didn't hide the Jules Rimet trophy underneath the floorboard, Hitler would have won World War II. Yeah.
So Craybeard's out, guys. Actually, we're gonna get going here too. It has been fun. It has been crazy. So I guess we are 5Alive. I am Bobby T.
And I'm Chriso.
And do not forget to like, share, and subscribe at 5AliveVP on all of the platforms, including Patreon and all of those things. Jacob Luna, thank you very much. Do email me. I haven't checked it if you already haven't. And I think that's pretty much it. We'll shut this thing down.
You bought it because you loved it.
That's all that matters.
And follow the instructions.
No. Never.